Hi, I'm Cloudy. Today I want to rank all of the makeup products that I tried in 2021. They are not new. I believe none of them is new for this year, but I bought them this year. So I think I would give you some thought about how good slash bad they are. I only have 5 products here, which is crazy. To me, the years before I spent so much money on makeup. My makeup collection is not that big, but like if I have a chance to show you my makeup collection, you will see that I have multiple items from each category, and it shows you how much I spent on makeup the previous years, but not this one. And I'm going to show you the little reason why. This is the years of unintentional low bind. Well, actually some part of it is reasonable due to the situation. Tragic, yes, but meaningful somehow. I don't know, I don't really know what's going on from here, but I hope 2022 would be different. But I hope that I can be more mindful for when it comes to makeup purchases. These are makeup, not skincare, because I purchase other products to add in my skincare collection because I ran out of some of the steps, so I didn't count skincare products in today's ranking. First of all, let's talk about how did I only buy 5 products this year in Ho Chi Minh City. The lockdown was initially in May and then extended towards September, continuing to November. So that's a big chunk amount of time that people have to stay inside, and makeup makes me happy, but I think makeup is not everything. So it stops me from buying more makeup because I have no room, no space, like no stage for me to perform how passionate I am when it comes to create a makeup look. I only stay at home, not going anywhere. Like there was a time that we were not even allowed to get grocery at the supermarket. That's how extreme it was, and I don't blame anyone for that, as I couldn't and shouldn't. It's just how we have to deal with the havoc of 2020 and 2021. Let's get back to the low buy year. Like I said, I realized that was a time I need to save money for my parents because right now I'm still financially dependent on them. 23, I don't have a career yet, so it's just sad to think about that. I think it would make them less stressed. The same thing would happen to me too. Now looking back of my collection, I think I have enough product to do my full face. It's not perfected yet. I can see there are a few gaps in the routine that I would want to experience more in the future. For example, the falsies. I really want to try put on some false lashes one day. Compared to what I bought 2 or 3 years ago, this year's was huge reduction in numbers. I bought 2 eyeshadow palettes, 1 face palette, and 2 lipsticks specifically. Oh my god, it still feels like enough for an everyday consumer. definitely when you just wear makeup to go to work, to go to school, you don't need as much makeup as I have. But yeah, once again, I love makeup so much. It's not my everything and everything, but it's very important to me. It's essential to me. I need to engage in the makeup to feel a little bit grounded, fulfilled in my day. I hope it makes sense. So having not buying a lot of products this year makes me feel off a little bit, because like but is it like a FOMO feeling? I watch a lot of YouTube, and they always show me new releases. I feel like I'm missing out on those. But this year taught me that you will be missing out more stuff than you can ever predict. Or like your vision right now isn't what it is a few years later on. It's not only makeup, but accessory, clothing, and miscellaneous stuff in my household right now. So maybe that's a good lesson of this year, although it's not quite convincing to me enough to get over the fact that this is the worst years of my life. Thinking about there will be another worse year coming to me is pure dread. So maybe in the next year I'm gonna still keep myself accountable for my shopping habits, because it's a problem. Yeah, sometimes it's a real problem. Okay, that's everything I guess I want to say about how I feel of only buying the minimum number of products when it comes to makeup this year's to me. Let's get into the ranking, or else it's gonna be extremely boring for whoever watching this. Number 5, the worst product out of 5. I don't consider this product to be bad. Wow, thankfully I didn't purchase any bad product this year, and wow, that's a magic. More of a disappointment to me, which is the Modern Renaissance palettes. First thing first, the packaging sucks. There was an incident. I had to put on a sticker right here to hide the end result of that incident. So yeah, and I ruined the packaging like an hour after purchase it, so odd. I know this is a cult favorite, but the formula is nice. Honestly, I would definitely give it 7 out of 10 if I would, but 7. There's nothing special about it. The color story is not my thing anymore. I remember watching YouTube 3 years ago, like before I even started to do makeup, like watching a tons of makeup tutorials and YouTubers, Western ones, even Vietnamese YouTubers. They raved about this palette. This to me is the blueprint when it comes to iconic eyeshadow palette. But this year I tried it. I like it, but don't love it. The formula is not my cup of tea. Too powdery. That I already knew when I bought it. But I didn't expect not to like it this much. There is so much kickback, and the shimmering shades are so weak. You only have technically 2 true shimmers in here. The pink one up here and the gold one down here, I can call the antique bronze shimmer, but like even weaker, the weak definition of mine when it comes to shimmer. So definitely not something high up there about the performance. But once again, is the anticipation that kills the experience. For a palette like this, it gives me a hesitance right now when I have wanted to try ABH for such a long time and looking forward the Novena palette in this same packaging. The color story is more to my taste and I want to try that one, but if it's the same with this one in terms of formula, okay, like I would be like I would have a second thought. So this is number 5. Like I said, the color story is something of a few years ago. Maybe at that time these are the revolutionary combination, but nowadays I'm more into purple and this is not me. But I have to give a credit for this palette. The pigmentation is on point. So you know the Novena line, they carry the 25 pan palette and the color story looks so vibrant and gorgeous. And if I can trust the formula to be pigmented like this one, but not too powdery, I would give those palettes a go. But I still want to try the original Novena. Oh my god, like this is a puzzle. So number 5, you deserve it. Next one is gonna be a lip product, and this year I bought this lip duo, the lip bundle from Colourpop. I know it was released a few years ago, but the shop that I bought this duo from, they still carry some stocks. So like I don't mind. I really want to try Colourpop formula in the tube packaging like this. So yeah, I don't mind. Like hopefully they are not expired. There are 2 lipsticks in this set. One is a glossy lip, like a gloss, and one is a matte liquid lipstick. I'm gonna separate them, give them 2 different positions, and number 4 is dedicating for the matte one. I love matte liquid lipstick. That was my starting point when it comes to doing my makeup. I was influenced by YouTubers using matte liquid lipstick. The very pigmented, leaning to the drier side, but smudge proof, transfer proof, that kind of lipstick. But right now, I'm not that one anymore. I don't love very matte finish anymore. Yeah, something that's a little bit satined, glossy. I love lip oil, and that is me right now. So this formula is just not me. I rank this higher because I was not disappointed. I was not let down as much as I was with the ABH one. I know the formula. I have heard so many things about how dry this one can be. So yeah, it was okay, but I was not surprised at all. The color is so dang beautiful, you guys. I love this kind of almost hot pink. I don't know, like something about this. It's not wearable, obviously, absolutely, but every time I do an extremely pink and like dramatic, a little bit more aesthetic look, and pairing it with this lipstick, I'm speechless. of how good it is on photo, but it's not something that I would grab for every single day. And even I have a more wearable, more everyday type of color, a nude, a pink, a mauve. Yeah, I would never choose this one because too matte, just too matte. Okay, so the next place is this face and eye palette from Ultra, and this is called Mini Mix Palette Good to Go. You have one bronzer, one blush, a wheel of highlighters, so you have 4 shades in one full side pan, and 6 regular eyeshadows. You can tell Ultra the start of the show is the highlighter, and I have a chance to try 4 shades of highlighter in one palette. By the way, I get this when it was on sale, so yeah, it just it gets better from there. Let's get back to the palette. Good to go. You can travel with it, it's in the name. But beside the highlighters, none of the rest is special to me. Once again, it's a little bit let down, but this is like a secondary letdown. I'm not mad about it, like, to be honest, but it's surprising to me to know that the bronzer and the blush aren't that good. You know, I have heard good thing about Ultra everything, but it turns out to be nice. And when it comes to Ultra, it's not that affordable, it's not that cheap. So the only good thing in this palette is the highlighter. That fact struck me. Or maybe that's the thing. One brand could only be excellent at one thing. This palette deserves the 3rd place. Not so bad. It's great. The highlighter is great. I'm gonna use this palette quite a lot. Like, compared to the liquid lipstick and the ABH palette, definitely I'm gonna use this one so much. I can tell that because they are easy to use, but nothing special about the easy to use products. I hope it makes sense. This is gonna be the 2nd place, and I had the sneak peek for you. This is the glossy lip from Colourpop, from the same set that I showed you a few minutes ago. This is so amazing. When it comes to the actual lip gloss, not about glossy lip oil, those are my favorite. But when it comes to like traditional actual lip gloss, this is probably my favorite right now. It's just so comfortable on the lips. The one thing that annoys me a little bit is it has some sort of junky glitter in it. Yeah, probably you can tell. It doesn't show up that much on the lips, and although they look big and chunky, it's comfortable on the lips. You cannot even feel the existence of those flaky consistency there. When I look at it at the first time, I thought maybe this is gonna be awful, but it's not. It's amazing. It is almost clear. To be honest, it has a little bit of a white cast in it, but I wouldn't mind. I'm gonna pair it with a lipstick underneath, so the white cast doesn't bother me that much as I thought. And the formula is beautiful. It's very long wearing. Wow, a plus point. I have never encountered a gloss that is long wearing than this one, so it deserves number 2. and it's affordable. It's unpredictably gorgeous. I love it. This is the winner of the show. Oh my god, it's only 5 products, so I went through everything so quickly. This is my jam. The Nomad Cosmetics Berlin Underground. I wanted this palette for so long, for over a year. I added it in my shopping cart for over a year. Yeah, I'm not joking. I kept looking at it every single day, and you know, at one time I was weak. Definitely this year during a lockdown, I had some weak moments, so I pressed the checkout button and here it goes to me. I adore this palette so much. This is the most interesting color story in my makeup palette collection. I have never seen that I would be in love with this kind of color story. And once again, it surprised me to my core, and I cannot understand why. My favorite is the quad right in here. You got the gold, the green, and then 2 beautiful duochrome. The duochromic effect is not that strong, it's not that intense when it comes to, like, you know, the single shadows from indie brands. They have like multi-chrome effect, and yeah, oh my god, I'm thinking about that. I really want to grab those single shadows, but 3 years, I'm still a little bit new to makeup, because basically no one can wear makeup every day. My skin would be so congested. Having this palette feels that void inside of my makeup routine, that I want some colors that are interesting enough so that I won't get boring. If I don't have this one, I think I would wear purple every single day, because that's just my safe zone. But this really bring me out of that mentality that I should hold myself back. This inspired me to do so many gorgeous looks, and I'm gonna keep this palette forever, because I don't know, something about the packaging. The packaging is gorgeous though, and the inside is such a unique item in my collection, as well as in my life. Yeah, we are done. That is my ranking, and I feel quite happy for everything that I got this year, having a chance to try them all, playing with them during the hardest time, and spark for my life a little bit of joy. And I'm thankful for that. Like, I know people are struggling with their essentials on a daily basis, and I have the resources to spend something for my own interest. Hopefully in the next year I can be more mindful, more intention when it comes to doing makeup, spending money, and finally bring forth some philosophies out of makeup, because wow, makeup is that deep. Not just makeup, life and spending and consuming resources in general, and yeah, the relationship between me and makeup and the people out there looking at me when I wear makeup, because that matters. I cannot say that I can go out and wouldn't take any slight notice of people viewing me as a makeup wearer, but I would take it in the most healthiest way possible. Trust me, I'm trying. Every single day, and hopefully I will be successful. Once again, I am Cloudy. It's so good to see you again. If you're watching this, it means a lot to me. I hope you're gonna be mindful and healthy and happy in the new year. Hopefully we'll see each other again. Bye.